Hello guys, today in this tutorial I will basically show you how to make a Angular Node.js and Express pagination kind of an application, and we will basically upload images, delete images, and I will be showing you how to embed this pagination component. And we will be using the ngx-pagination library inside Angular for showing the images in pagination format. So if you load this application, guys, the front end will look something like this. We will basically have a simple image upload form right here. You can see my front end is running on localhost 4200, and we also have a pagination component right here, which is which is brought to you by ngx pagination library. And in the backend, we are using Node.js and Express in order to store our images. So now if I basically choose files here, and if I basically select some image files, I selected 9 files here, click on upload images. You will see, guys, the images will show right here in the gallery right here. These are the images which are showing here. And also we have got a delete button right here. So if you press the delete button right here, guys, the images will be deleted. So you can see as I uploaded the image, 6 images are uploaded on a single page in the pagination. If you want to see the other half of the images, you need to navigate to the next page. So now it is having on the next page. The images are showing in the next page. We can navigate to the previous page like this, to the next page. You can individually go second. This is a nice little pagination component, guys. I will be showing you in this video how to use Angular library called as ngx-pagination to embed this nice little pagination component. And now if you click the delete button, guys, as you refresh, the image will be deleted. And now you can see as you click the delete button, a delete request will be made in the backend server, and that image will be deleted. If you refresh now, those images are deleted successfully. So as you can see, guys, let me show you the backend here. We are storing all these images in the backend in the public/uploads folder. So this is our backend directory, guys. So here we are storing all these image files inside public/uploads folder. So currently there are 2 image files which are present inside this directory, which we are showing it in the Angular front end. If I again click the delete button, so now if you see, guys, basically if I show you, only one image will be remaining. You can now see only one image is remaining. We have made a successful delete request to the backend server. And again, if I make that, now you will see the directory is empty right here. So once again, if I upload all these image files, let me see. Let me select all these. 66 files are there. As I click upload file, and now you can see all these pages will be constructed, guys. On a single page, 6 image files will be stored. So automatically it calculated how many pages will be required for the pagination. You can go to the second page, third page, fourth page, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. This is a nice little pagination kind of an application, guys. I will be showing you in how to. So we will be using latest version of Angular, Node.js, all that stuff. So if you now see, all these image files have been stored inside our public directory, public uploads directory. So we are fetching it from our backend server and displaying it right here. So for the technologies, guys, as I already told you, we are using a library, which is, if you go to an npm.js, you will find out this library which I am talking about, ngx-pagination. So this is a library, and it's a simplest of library for integrating pagination in Angular. You can see it's a very nice library, popular one. 106 weekly downloads are there. And for the version of Angular, guys, we are using the latest version. As of now, recording this video, Angular 16 is there. It was released in 3 May 2023. It's a stable version, so we will be using the latest version. And Node.js is 20. The latest version is 20. So we will be using the latest version of Node. As of now, it is 20. So we will be using the latest version, which is 20. So at the time of recording this video. So now, guys, I will start making this project from scratch. If you need the full source code, guys, alongside with the backend code and also the front end code, the link is given in the description of the video. You can directly purchase the full source code by going to the description of the video. You will get a zip file after you purchase it. You can purchase it from PayPal in United States dollar, or you can go to stripe.com and purchase it in Indian rupees. So both the payment links is given, guys. You can directly purchase the full source code of this project. And let's start building this project from scratch. Now guys, we will start building first of all, we will build the backend of the application using Node.js and Express. So I'm just basically in the directory guys pagination. So first of all, in order to initialize the Node.js project, you just need to initialize this command npm init -y. So this will basically initialize your package.json file guys. So simply do that npm init -y. And now we need to install some modules guys. First of all, we need to install our server, which will be built using the framework called as Express, as we all know. Then we need to install CORS module guys. CORS is basically necessary guys if you want to allow any front end to access your API that you are building. So CORS helps you to allow access. If you don't use CORS, then you will get a cross origin resource sharing error, course origin error. You need to use this module. After that, we will use the Multer library in order to upload image files in our backend server. So this library is required, and that's all. So these are the three libraries which are required for this purpose guys. Simply install them, and now inside this you will basically see uh, these three libraries will be there. So these are the version numbers. You can just see here: CORS, Express, and Multer. So we are using these three libraries. After that, you just need to make our index.js file. This will be the actual backend server which will be running for this application. For first of all, we need to import the Express library. And now we just need to make a simple Express app which will run on port number 5000. You can just run on any port number. So we can simply say that app is listening on port 5000. So you can just start your application guys, nodemon index.js. So you will see that app is listening on port 5000. So after this guys, what we need to do, we also need to import some more modules. The path module, which is a built-in module inside Node.js, you need not have to install it. And CORS, we also need to require CORS module as well, and also Multer. So all these packages we are requiring it guys, that we have installed. So first of all, we need to apply our CORS middleware. So for every request now, so we can apply this middleware using app.use function. Just call this function, which is CORS module. So basically it's a function, middleware function, that we need to apply using app.use. That's all. So after that guys, we also need to import our file system module in order to access our file system in Node.js. It's a built-in module. After that, what we need to do, we just need to use express.url encoded. So this is necessary guys because we will be receiving files in our backend server in order to delete them or in order to upload them. For that, we just need this body parser middleware. So express.json. So these two lines are necessary for that. And after that guys, we just need to, inside our directory, we need to make a public folder, and inside that public folder we need to make a uploads folder. So here we will be storing all the image files which will be coming from the Angular front end, which the user will select all the image files, and when they click the upload button, all those image files will be stored inside this directory. So after that, we just need to set the public directory as static. So how we can do that in Express, we can basically say that express.static. So there is a function out there, express.static public. So this will set this public directory as static, and that's all. After that, we now need to basically make some routes. So first route we will basically make guys to return all the images which are present inside the public slash uploads folder. So whatever image files is present, we need to return to the user. So how we can do that? App.get slash API slash images. So we will basically make a backend route. So if the user hit this route, then we will return all the images which will be present inside this public slash uploads folder. So we just need to read the directory guys. So for reading it, we will use file system module, and there is a function out there, read directory synchronous. So we will actually use this function. There is also this function as well, read directory. We will use this function, and here we need to pass the address of the directory. So we need to pass public slash uploads, and then this returns the number of files which are present, guys. Here, if any sort of error take place, we can console log the error message. If no error take place, we also need to return a status of 500 to the client that some error take place, error in reading the image files. So if no error take place, guys, in that case we will have a else block, and right here we will actually filter out only the files which are only images. For doing that, there is a function. As you all know, guys, files is actually an array. So let's suppose if you have files which are not image files, you need to filter out. For that, we have this filter method. It's a JavaScript method which allows you to filter out files. So we will only allow files which ends with, there is a function inside JavaScript which ends with, so here we will say only .jpg, and we'll use the or operator, file ends with .png. So basically this is a condition that we put, guys, so it will only return all the images which are present, and after that we will send out as a JSON response by using response.json. We will return two properties, the actual data which will be the images array, and the second one is the length property. So length property is actually the number of images which are present. So images.length, images is basically an array. We will calculate the length of the array and return the length as an argument. So here we are passing two things right here in this object, guys. So this is the first route that we have written inside our backend API. Now, guys, we just need to use first configure our Multer middleware. Configure Multer. For configuring the Multer, guys, as you all know, in Multer we have a function called as disk storage. This takes an object and destination wherever you need to upload your files. So we need to upload files, guys, inside the public slash uploads folder, and then it takes the second argument, which is the file name, request file callback. So inside the file name, guys, we will actually call this callback function date.now, and we will use the path module to include the extension name as well, file.original name. That's all. So this is our storage object which is configured, guys. Now we just need to make a variable upload, call the Multer constructor, guys, that we imported right here, and here we need to pass the storage object which is storage, like this. So that's all, guys, that we need to do right here. After that, what we need to do now, we now need to make the request which will actually upload the files. So here I will simply say this is the endpoint for uploading the files. So here we will say app.post request. This will be a post request. User will submit the form, and whatever files the user select, we need to upload them. So slash API slash upload, and then we will simply say upload.array. So there is a function in order to upload multiple files, or in this case a single file. So in this case we need to allow user to upload multiple files. So first argument is the name parameter. This you can give anything. I will give images, and then how many maximum number of files the user can upload at one time. So I am just putting a restriction. The user can only select 100 files at a time. So this is meant by that. And then there is a callback function which will execute. So here we can simply return response.json, a success message to the user that images uploaded successfully. So if you don't know about middleware, guys, middleware comes in between the request. So whenever user hit this route, this will be executed first, not this message. This middleware will execute, the images will upload first of all, and then this message will be returned to the user. So here this is called middleware that we write in between the request. And this is a post request, guys. Another post request we need to write here, which will handle file delete operation. So let's suppose if the user clicks the delete button, then another post request will happen, which will go to /API/delete route. So now we need to delete that image file the user has selected. So we can extract the file name. So this will be coming request.body. So inside request.body header, we will basically pass our file name. Whenever we start coding in Angular, we will actually pass the file name which we need to delete. So that's why we use this two middlewares, guys, app.use express URL encoded and express JSON. So these two lines are required for this. If you don't write those two lines, we can't use request.body. And now we just need to put the path here. We will use the path.join method, dir name, and then we will say that public/uploads and actual file name. This will be the complete path, guys, address. And now using that address, we can delete the file. So unlink, we'll use this method to delete the file, pass the path here, file path. And if any sort of error take place, we can say so the file will be deleted. So after that, if any sort of error take place, we can say response status 500, error in deleting the image. So if no error take place, in that case, we can simply say response.json, image deleted successfully. So that's all, guys. This is all the backend code that you need to write for this application. That's all. I have shown you step by step. And now in the next section, I will code the Angular application where you will see the pagination stuff. We have basically done all the backend stuff. This route will return all the images to the front end. This route will handle the file upload operation. This will handle the file delete operation. So now, guys, in the next section, we will start coding the Angular app. Now, guys, we will actually build the front end of the application, which is Angular app here. So I'm just inside my directory. I will open command line here. And for this, guys, you just need to install the Angular CLI globally inside your computer. So @Angular/CLI. So this you need to install this command, guys, by using this command npmi-g @Angular/CLI. This needs to be installed. And now we have a command to initialize a new Angular project, which is ng-new followed by your Angular project name. So let's suppose I give here sample Angular project. So this will ask some questions, guys. This is actual command here, ng-new sample Angular project. So this will first of all ask some questions. If you want to add Angular routing, I will say no, just press N here. And here you need to select which style sheet format you need to select. So for this simple project, I will select CSS. So just press enter. So now it will install the packages, guys, for this front end app. So once it is installed, it will take some time. I will be back. So now, guys, it has installed all the packages and we are here inside our project directory. So here we need to install two packages, external packages which are required. First of all, we need to install Axios, which will be required to make HTTP requests to our backend API, backend server, Express. And the second library, which will be the pagination library, which is ngx-pagination. So these are the two packages which are required for this Angular project, guys, npm i Axios and ngx-pagination. So it will install these packages. Now we can start our application by ng-serve command. So if you do this command, our application will start. So now we will actually code here. Hello, guys. Now basically this will be the directory structure of your Angular project. Here you will see we have app folder and we have app.component.html file, which will be the HTML code, app.component.typescript. This will be the TypeScript file here, main TypeScript file. and then here app.module.ts. So just open your app.module.ts file, guys. Here we will register some of the libraries. So just open this file here, and right here for building this application we will need the forms module. So just add your forms module from core Angular library @angular/forms. We also need the HTTP client module as well, guys. So just add this also, HTTP client module from @angular common/HTTP. And then we will also add our ngx pagination module as well, guys. So just add this ngx pagination module, and this will be coming from ngx pagination module. Now we just need to add this into the imports array one by one: forms module, HTTP client module, and our ngx pagination module. So just add these lines, guys, inside app.module.ts file. So that's complete. Now you can close this file. Now you need to move to our app.component.html file. So if I write something here, let's suppose a heading I give here, hello world. So now to basically see, guys, if it is working or not, in order to start your application, we just need to write the command ngserve. This will actually start your application, guys, ngserve. So at localhost 4200 port number. So it will take some time to compile your code, and then it will basically start your application at localhost 4200. So you can see it is generating the browsing application bundles. So after that we can start our application just to cross check if it is working or not. Now you can see it is compiled successfully, and it is, if you check here, it is running on HTTP localhost 4200. So if you just want to cross check, just open 4200. Hello world is printed out, guys. So now what we need to do, guys, here we just need to generate some services and components. First of all, we need to say ng generate services, and we will basically generate our services in the services folder, and this I will call that as image service. This is the actual command that I written, guys, which is ng generate services, and this folder will be created services, and inside this our image service will be there. And you can see, sorry, ng generate services image service. You can see our services have been created. This needs to be singular. This is ng generate service, not services, and then followed by your folder name, and this is the name of the service. And now if you check inside your folder, a services folder will be created, guys. This is a image service. This service will be used, guys, in order to fetch the images or delete the images. So now inside this service, guys, we will actually write our methods in order to communicate with the backend server. So this is our backend server, guys, which is running on localhost 5000. So now we need to simply make a HTTP call. For that, we just need to use our HTTP client here. So we just need to import this HTTP client, which will be imported from @Angular common HTTP. And right here we need to make two methods. First method will be get images, which will get all the images from our backend server. So here we will use observable, guys, as it will be imported from RxJS. So observable is used, guys, if you want to make HTTP request in Angular, if you don't know. So here we just need to return an observable. First of all, we need to construct a URL from which we will be making the request. We will be making that request 5000/API/images. So in the last section, we made the backend API, guys. So we make that route. If you see, we have specifically made this route app.get. This is the route, if you see, /API/images. So this will return a JSON response, guys, which will return all the images to you. So here we are making a simple Axios request, get request. So we will simply say this.http dot get, and here we will simply say string, and then sorry, this expects this one string, and here we will pass the actual URL. So you can now see guys, here we are returning this data which will be coming. Now we need to consume this service inside our Angular app.component.ts file. So we will simply move to app.component.ts file. So right here we will actually write our code. So first of all we need to import this service in the constructor. So just make it the constructor, and we will call this as a private image service of the type image service. If you see guys, this service will be imported image service from the services folder, and this will be empty constructor. So now we just need to declare some variables guys for the pagination. So first one will be images. This will be a string array, and this will be empty by default. And then we will have items per page. So this will be 6, constant value will be defined here, and then the value for the current page. So current page will be 1, and page count, how many pages needs to be calculated, this will be of type number. So in TypeScript guys, you need to tell the type of the variable. In JavaScript you don't need to write, but in TypeScript you need to write the types as well. Total items is the total number of items which will be returned. So this will also be of type number. So these are number of variables that we have declared guys. Now inside Angular guys, for every component there is a ng-on-init lifecycle method. Inside this method guys, we will actually call the service method that we declared. This is get images. We will call this method inside this ng-on-init. So whenever your application is initialized, this service will be called this.image service, and it basically contains this get images method guys, and here we will subscribe to this method, and the data will be coming right here guys, and we will arrow function, we will console log the data. So if you just refresh your browser guys again and go to console, you will basically get an object here, and we need to start our server for this. So ng-serve, so this will start our Angular project. So just wait, it is compiled successfully. So if you refresh now a data will be returned to you. If you see guys, this object will be returned, and now there is empty data right here because no images are uploaded right now. That's why it is returning. If you see in the public uploads folder, there are no images out there. That is why it is returning 0. So the functionality is working guys. Now we just need to after this, what we need to do, there will also be a second property. If you notice guys, the length property in this object, length is 0 because no images have been returned. So let me just paste some images guys right here in this folder. So if I go to downloads, if I just paste these images, so now if you refresh now guys, you will see 8 images will be returned to you. You will see that length property will also be 8. So it is making that get request to the backend API guys using that HTTP client module in Angular, and it is basically returning these array here, array of objects. Now we just need to display this inside the pagination component inside and using ngx-pagination. So we need to store this information first of all guys. So what we will do, we will initialize the variable this dot total items will be data dot length variable, and then this dot images will be equal to data dot data, and the page count variable will be equal to, we will calculate it by the math module. This will be a simple formula, data.length divided by the total items per page variable, like this. So here we need to display 6 items per page. This will be constant. You can anytime change this value for the pagination. And after that, all these variables have been declared. Now we need to declare another method, guys, which will be get displayed image. So this method, guys, which will be responsible for displaying the images. So here it will return an array of string from this variable. So we need to calculate the starting index of the pagination. So we can do this using this dot current page -1 multiplied by the items that needs to be displayed per page. And similarly, we will calculate the end index, which will be start index plus this dot items per page. And here we will return the images by using this dot images slice method, which is available for the every array. We will slice the array using start index and end index. That's also this is the two methods, guys, which are responsible. Now we will go to the app.component.html file to actually show the pagination. So here, guys, for the pagination component, we will have inside this, we will have a class of call md12 pagination. So we will have pagination controls tag here, which is available inside ngx-pagination. So this takes some attributes, guys. First one is the previous label. This will be shown as previous. Next label which will be shown as next. And there is a responsive property as well, which needs to be true because we need the responsiveness also inside pagination. And there is a callback function, guys. Whenever the page has been changed, we will execute this method on page change. We will pass the event here. So here we need to declare this method, guys, on page change inside our service app.component.ts file. So just open your app.component.ts file and just declare this method on page change. So here, guys, event any, and this will be we just need to initialize the current page to the actual page which is selected by the user, so which is equal to event. That's all. So if you just refresh your browser, guys, there will be this previous and next buttons will be shown to you. This is coming from ngx-pagination module. So next page is there, previous page is there. Now we need to display the images. For showing the images, guys, it will be very easy. So here we will actually use a for loop. So right here we will have call md12. So ul inside unordered list, we will have list group image crypt. So all these classes, guys, I have copy pasted the CSS code inside our app.component.css file. So if you basically purchase the full source code, you will get this CSS code as well alongside with full directory structure. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'm not showing the CSS code, writing the CSS code. So all these classes are there. So inside li, we will actually give a class to it of list group item and image item. And here we will actually use a for loop, guys, and using ng for. So star ng for, this is a directive in Angular in order to loop through. So let image of, we will call this method, guys, that we return get displayed image. So we are basically calling this method, guys, which is get displayed images. This is actually a method which will return an array of images we have declared this method get displayed images. So this will return an array here. You can see string array it is returning from this function. So it is returning this images array from the start index to the end index. So here we are simply looping through that array, and then you just need to write this operator. We will paginate through. So this needs to be coming inside double quotes, paginate, and then colon, and then we just need to write these properties items per page, which will be items per page, the variable that we have assigned in the TypeScript. Current page, this is again the variable that we have, and the total items. So it needs to be equal to total items. So all these three variables, guys, that we have declared inside our app.component.ts, you can see total items, page count, and the current page. So all these variables we have initialized. And after that, we also need to say let I is equal to index. That's all. So this is all that you need to write, guys. And after that, inside this li, we will show the images. We will give a class to the image, which is image item, and we will give it a source, dynamic source property. So this will be http localhost 5000 slash uploads slash the actual image. That's all. Sorry, this needs to be going in single quotes. Just put single quotes here. That's all for the image. We can even give a all tag as well. So this is very important, guys, the source property. So here we are basically storing the images in the backend server. So here we need to provide the address http localhost 5000 in the uploads folder. So if you just refresh now, your images will be showing here. So 6 images are present right here inside our directory. So pagination, if you go to the second page, it will show the next remaining images. So this is the first page, second page. You can also go to the next page like this and previous page. So this is your pagination is ready, guys. Now we just need to have a component where we can actually upload the files. So just go to your command line and simply ng-generate component, and we will make a components folder, and this will I will call that file upload. This is the actual command ng-generate to actually generate a custom component, ng-generate component, and in the components folder we will have this component file upload. So this component has been generated, guys. If you see, a components folder will be there, and right here inside the HTML of this, we will actually have a simple form. We will have a heading which will be image upload. We will have a simple form here. So we will give it a submit event handler. So when the form submits, we will execute this function which is on submit. So encoding type we need to give here multi-part form data. And then we will have this input field, input type file. So name is equal to images and multiple. So here the user can select multiple files. We will also be giving a on change event handler. In Angular you can do like this change. So when the file is selected, this event will fire automatically, capturing the event like this. And then we will have a simple button to actually upload the images. So button type will be submit. So we just need to open file.com, this TypeScript file. So just define all these methods here, basically on file change, event honey, and the second method will be on submit. So now to basically include this component guys inside our file, you just need to say this is a selector here, app.fileUpload. So this is a selector. Here you just need to go to your main file app.component.html and simply write here, just include this at the top, app.fileUpload. That's all. So if you just make this change here and start your application, ngserve. So there will be a simple form which will be there, file upload form, where you can select images. Just refresh now. So there will be a simple form out there, image upload. Here you can choose your files. So now we just need to make it functional. So just go to your file.upload.component.ts file. We will actually make a variable called as selected files. So this will actually be a array, empty array by default. Constructor is empty. So when the file is changed, we will initialize this to this selected files variable, event.target.files. So whatever file is selected, this will be assigned to this array here. So when the form is submitted, guys, we just need to make a post request using Axios. So first of all, we will simply use the form data to capture the information which is selected by the user. We will use a for loop, const file of this dot selected files. So here, why we are using array here, because we are selecting multiple files. You can see we have selecting multiple files. That's why we are using for loop. For every file, we will append the form data. So like this. So after appending it, we also need to now use Axios library to actually make the post request. So Axios. So you just need to import the Axios library right here at the top. So just make a post request. It contains a method post, and the URL here will be http localhost 5000/upload, and here you will pass the form data. It returns a promise, and the promise will be their response. Data of the type any. So here you will say images uploaded successfully. And we just need to refresh the page, guys. So for refreshing the page, we can say window location dot reload. So this will basically refresh the page and the images will show automatically. So now if you just refresh your application, try to upload a image file. Let me select here. Let me delete all the images which are present right here. So you can see no images are now present. If you refresh the application, nothing will be present. If I now try to upload images, select these 6 files, click upload images. Let me see what is the error. Axios error, request failed with status code. Okay, I think I made a mistake, guys. This needs to be API/upload. Because if you see inside our backend server, we have made this request /API/upload. So just make this modification, select your files. Now you can see, guys, your images have been uploaded. If you refresh the page, the images will stay, and 6 images are displaying on a single page. If I go to the second page, it will show you the 7th image. And if you now open your in the public uploads, the images have been successfully uploaded. So now we need to simply show a delete button, guys, right here below this image, to simply also allow the user to delete the file. So how we can do that? We can simply need to open this app.component.html file. So right here, after the image, we will have a simple button as well. So this button will say delete. And once you click this button, guys, we will attach a on click to it. So we will execute this method delete image. We will pass the image that needs to be deleted. So we will give it a class of btn danger. So if you see, you need to define this method, guys. So just open your app.component.ts file. So this basically we need to define delete image. So image will be of type string. So here we need to make a method inside of a service, guys. We will first of all make that method. So just open your image service.ts file. So just here you need to make a method here which will be inside your service delete image of will be of type string. So this will be of type observable any once again. Here we need to say const URL. The URL will be localhost 5000 /API /delete, and then we just need to make return this dot http dot a post request /any and we will pass the URL alongside with the file name property. File name will be equal to the actual image. So basically we are calling this backend API method, guys, that we configured, which is /API /delete. We are passing the actual file name property inside our request.body header using this. So now we need to simply call this inside app.component.ts. So here we simply need to call this.image service. It contains a method delete image. We will pass the image and subscribe to this method. And then we simply need to refresh the page just to see the changes automatically. So window location dot reload. So that's all, guys, that you need to do for this application. It is now complete. If you refresh now, there is a delete button which will be show right here. If you click this button, your image will be deleted. You can see that. Now only 4 images remaining. If you click delete once again, if you check the directory as well, only 3 images are remaining. So this is a fully functional full stack image CRUD kind of an application that we developed, guys, in Angular, Node.js and Express. If you need the full source code, guys, the link is given in the description of the video. You can directly purchase the full source code from PayPal in United States dollar, or you can go to Stripe and make the payment in Indian rupees. You can get this full source code. You can upload the images, delete them, just see them in pagination kind of stuff. If you select more images like this, so these pages will be created automatically. You can see that previous, next, third page, fourth page, fifth page, you can see that. So if I select more images like this, 66 files, so now you can see it automatically calculate all the pages. So this is your pagination, guys. You can see that. So very awesome application, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit that like button, subscribe the channel, and I will be seeing you in the next one.